That it's showtime.
I don't know.
It's showtime.
No, it was show business, wasn't it? He said.
No, it's showtime, wasn't it?
Nah, it was
Showbiz. Thought it was showtime.
No.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Hey.
Just me and thee.
Just me and thee, kiddo. Just me and thee. Yolanda's scoffing. Yolanda's well, she's not actually, delivery's not come yet, I don't think. Or Rob's gone to fetch it. I don't know, delivery.
Well, that makes.
Can I open this window? I'm like red hot.
I need to.
Hey. It is me and you on a Zoom. Look like a dragon then, love.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Anne, how are you, my beautiful lady? I hope you're well. It's a quiet night, Anne. I think there's only us three on.
Notifications on just come through.
Oh, dear. I'm okay. Still, I don't know if it's cold or whether it's hay fever that I've got at minute, but yeah, I've definitely got something. I've washed my hair, but it's stuck to my head.
It normally is. Falls out if it's not stuck to your head.
What?
Your hair.
But can anybody remember what that Louis used to do? And he used to do something with his hands, and I can't remember.
Showbiz.
It's showbiz. I don't even know why that's coming to my head. Evening, Sheila, my lovely, sending big hugs to you too. Hope you're okay after your big celebration. Hey, just wondered, hope you're well, my lovely. Hey, Gems, how are you? Gems, I think you're supposed to be on Facebook. I think it's on YouTube. We've got Evening Diane. Yeah, Gemma, I think you're supposed to be on Facebook, sweets. I do apologise. I just need three mods on one, 3 on other, and 1 floating. It's not Tara night tonight, Jaswinda. It's on a Sunday night, my lovely. So if you want to join me on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock, and it is UK time zone, I'll try and give you a reading then. Sorry. Facebook first few. Try and refresh it, Gems, at minute. Cheers, my lovely. Evening, Steve. Evening, Carol. Hey, beautiful lady. So yes, so Chit Chat Tuesday, what we're going to chit chat about. John's new creation.
In a bit, yeah.
In a bit. I will tell you the story though, shall I? No. Why? You're poorly.
You're not poorly, it's fine.
Oh, evening, Lane. Hope you're well, my love. Had the most wonderful 70th birthday weekend. I could see with all the photos. It looked like you had a blast, Sheila. Nice to see you with friends and family, though. Hey, evening, Michael. Hope you're well. Soldier. Nearly first. Nearly. Just not quite. Evening, Diane. Hey, Claire. Just finished off some paperwork. Lingering in the background. That's good. And saying I've got to tell him what you've done. Can I tell him? No, I'll not say. John, I'll let John tell you all later. Evening, Sam, my lovely. Let me know if you're free tomorrow about 3, Sam, and I'll give you a ring, sweets. I messaged you. I was going to ring you yesterday, but you didn't message back, so I didn't know if you were busy. Evening, Paul. Hope you're well. Anybody who's wanting to join, it's that showbiz, isn't it? Don't get us shot down for this.
Yeah.
That's right. Showbiz. Evening, Jules. Evening, Andrew. So yes.
She asked me things as soon as we come on live. Start.
So we're not going to do. We'll talk about that later on. Hey, Scots.
No, I'm about that showbiz. You're asking me what he was saying.
Oh yeah, that showbiz. Yes, I know. Well, you have to. Hey, Gillian. No worries, my lovely. I'll have a look after the live's over. So yes, quick reminder. Paul's in chat now. He's over on YouTube. Anybody that's wanting to do the workshop for... Oh, sorry, I spat at you then. The workshop for hypnosis. The workshop for hypnosis. It is tomorrow night. It is tomorrow night. It is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It is at £2.50 to join. It is going to be on Zoom. Please make sure you do message Paul. Because he is setting up a group for everybody that's interested, and the link's going to be in there to the Zoom. So if anybody is interested, please let Paul Goddard know. He's in chat on YouTube. It will pop into Facebook. Just remember to give him a shout out. Want to say, glad Nanny Lynn is okay. Luckily. Well, not luckily, thank goodness it wasn't a stroke. Evening, Debs. Evening, Lorna. It wasn't a mini stroke that she'd had. It was it's vertigo that she's got. So she's laid up in bed. She is watching, I think, in the background, but she said she wasn't going to be commenting much because she wasn't feeling 100% sure, 100% fit. And she's staying off her computer. So, big love to Nanny Lynn. And glad it wasn't what was suspected, and I hope it all goes okay. Evening, Chantel, my lovely. So that's his updates on Nanny Lynn. John's going to show you his new thing that he's been working on.
New thing.
Well, no, but it's new because it's in a box now.
Well, we've upgraded the vortex. I'm going to start making these, but design's not finished yet.
This is just our prototype.
This is our prototype. So you've got the vortex. It's in a little box now, look. It's in a little box. A battery pack. I've changed it to power it by two 18650 batteries rather than 9 volt, just because we've got loads of these. I don't know if you can see that. So at least now when we're using vortex, it's not going to be moving around. The laser will be going into that. And the good thing is if the lid shuts, it's still going round. It's not going to damage the thing. So, yes. Would you like to tell them about the incident that happened while making this? Not really, no.
He decided, once he'd soldered and used the soldering iron.
I'd soldered it all together.
Yes, done it all together, yeah.
So I thought, I'll bring it down. I'll show it, Lindsay. Finished. So I did.
It is nice and neat, Sam.
So I brought it down, showed it, Lindsay, working. We're right impressed with my little self because it took me it didn't take me long. I went and picked these boxes up today. Anyway, so I went back upstairs, and what I didn't notice when I walked back in bedroom is I stood at bedroom near the computer at desk. I put that back down on desk, and what I didn't realise until I got a searing pain in my foot was my soldering iron had fell off the table onto the floor, and I'd stood on the soldering iron. So now the soldering irons burnt the sock completely. So there's a big hole in the sock where it's burnt. And instead of a blister forming, there's no blister. I've branded myself. He's branded himself. He's literally, what is it? Branded. It is a branding mark. Branding mark. It's a branding mark on his foot. A V. So he's got a V shape on his foot where he's branded his own foot. So it was painful. To be honest, I knew he'd done something because when he went back upstairs, I just heard this, ooh, like that. And that's all I heard. I didn't hear anything, but I thought, he stubbed his toe again. So I shouted upstairs. He didn't reply, so I thought, he's just stubbed his toe. Next minute, he's coming downstairs and he went, you never guess what I've done. And I went, what? And he went, I've stood on soldering iron. I went, what? He went, evening, Mick. I went, what? He went, yeah. He says, I've stood on soldering iron. He says, but look what he's done. He says, all I can smell upstairs is burnt flesh. But it's like burnt into my foot. It's a right dint.
It wasn't funny at the time.
I'm not going to show you.
No, we'll not show your feet. It wasn't funny at the time, but I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Well, we actually both laughed about 5 minutes after you'd done it. I'm like, how could you not see soldering iron on floor? But yeah, there we go. We are out investigating tomorrow night. We will be out Thursday night investigating. Friday, Saturday, we're not 100% sure on the weather. Do you know, Claire, I don't even think burn back plasters would do it, because it is literally a branding. There is no blister. It is just like, what did you say, Fern? Yeah, but what did you say when I went phone to Yolanda? You said it was something. There's no blister. It's sort of like cauterized his skin.
It's just melted skin.
It's just melted the skin. It's just it's luckily you can still walk on it. So that's good. At least that's one good thing.
Peed off. I've got to clean my soldering iron now.
It's all flesh. Oh dear! Soak your foot in cold. He did Lorna as soon as he'd done it. He did soak his foot. Was John laughing or crying? Paul, do you know, he was laughing. He weren't crying at that one. But no, it wasn't laughing, but he was laughing like 2 or 3 minutes after he'd done it, because it was just so funny when we would start talking about how he'd done it and everything else. But the way he come downstairs it was just class.
I can't believe that the soldering iron fell on the floor and I stood on it.
I said, how didn't you see it?
Well, not that I didn't see it, but I left my foot on it. I didn't just stand on it and move my foot.
No, you just left your foot. He says, and I felt this like,
I didn't even know I got my foot on it until I got this searing pain shooting through my foot. I didn't know what it were.
Oh,
and I lifted my foot up off floor, and all smoke came up.
That's what I can't stop laughing at. The fact that there was smoke coming up from it.
My foot was smoking.
His foot was smoking. Do you know, if I'd have done it, I'd have cried. I would have cried. I remember
it would have been at hospital.
We would be at hospital if I'd have done that. Definitely so. I did want to take him, but he was like, no, I'm not going to hospital.
With a burn
mark. No, not with that. But how hot did it get?
230 degrees, 232 degrees centigrade, or 450 degrees Fahrenheit. It did smell like a barb. Well, Lindsay came downstairs. She said, it smells beefy in that kitchen. It's not beefy, it's my foot.
Oh dear. Rob says his deepest sorrowfully or pain while laughing listening to this. Oh dear, that's worse than me standing on drawing pins. The full pin vanishing in my foot. Oh dear me, accident prone or what? So I have got some new books that I'm going to be doing over on members. Do you want to just pass us my books?
Oh, yeah, you've got some new books.
Well,
you? Yeah.
John's bought them for us, but they're my new books. They're ours. So, the first one, this is for those that are doing the Book of Shadows. I'm working on Book of Shadows. And it's called The Witch's Journal, and there's charms, spells, potions, and enchantments in that one. But before I do that one, I will be doing the Green Wiccan spell book, I think. I don't know though. I think they're both similar but different. This one's got a little bit more magical correspondences and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably start with this one first and then go on to this one, or mix them up. But the other book that I've got is Unsolved Deaths. Now, this one, I'm really looking forward to reading, actually. I don't know if there's a thing, is there a list of what's in it? So you've got the disappearance ones.
There's all famous ones in there.
Yeah, like in first one,
Bonnie and Clyde.
What became of...
You can't even pronounce it, can you?
No, is it Netafete? Nefertiti.
Yeah.
Nefertiti. So like what became a Nefertiti? These were ones for disappearance. How did Mallory and is that Irvine climb? And then we've got Killers Unknown. Who murdered Lord Darnley? Who killed Mary Rogers?
Who shot JR?
Yeah, who shot JR? Was BBC journalist Jill Dando killed by a hitman? So we've got that one that's a little bit to...
But it's all out there.
No, but it's out there anyway, and it's not like we're doing investigating, we're just reading. Accident, suicide or murder? Was King William II shot by accident or was he murdered? Did Superman kill himself? Thought that was quite good. Was Jimi Hendrix murdered? Conspiracy killings. Was the princess in the tower murdered and was it covered up? Was the CIA behind the death of Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, we're going to get FBI.
I know. And then they were all lost group tragedies. Who wiped out the famous? Is that 6? IX
9.
9. Who wiped out the famous 9 Spanish Legion? What became of John Carbot and his fleet?
Because X is 10.
Oh, okay. So there's quite a few to be going on. So this is what's going to be coming up in the members area for those that are interested in. Is it conspiracy? Is it conspiracy?
No, it's just unsolved deaths.
Unsolved deaths, but some will be conspiracy, won't they?
Well, yeah, you said some of them were conspiracy killings.
Did I? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, so hopefully, I'm trying to get comfortable now. Move positions and it's horrible. It does sound intriguing. I don't know if Joe Cox Real Killer's in there, you know. Don't think so. Don't even know who Joe Cox is. So that's going to be what's going to be coming up in the members area. Looking forward to doing some more work on Book of Shadows because we've not done much of that. I stood on a nail when at school. I was off school for a week. Wow. The moment in Home Alone when one of the chaps steps on the nail always makes me wince. Oh, my goodness, it would me, Paul. Do you know? Evening, Mr. Moth. Hope you're well, my lovely. So we will be doing some more work on Book of Shadows. So I put a comment on the other day, and again, please be respectful. And it's not to name, shame, or anything. It's just I want your opinions. If anybody puts anything regarding anybody else, it will be removed. Respect everybody's opinion. So just in case,
we're not here to slag any teams off.
So just in case you don't agree with what somebody's put, just put I don't agree and leave it at that. You don't get into a big debate. It's not a debate show. It's just a general one. So we put on about going into buildings, abandoned buildings.
Buildings.
Yeah, I mean, my take on it is if...
Not a cold drink?
Yes, please. I'll have Dr. Cola, please. Dr. Coca-Cola. My take on it is if we go to an abandoned building that's a house, let's say, I'm going to use a house to start with. There was no door. Right, when we get into the property, there's nothing stopping you getting in the property. There's no fences up. There's no gates. There's no climbing over anything to get. You can literally walk straight into... we haven't, Mr. Moth. We've not heard about you, my lovely. You can't... go on. But you can walk straight into it. There has got to be no doors on it. No windows on it. So you can either climb through the windows or you can climb through the doors. To me, that would be acceptable to go in, as long as there's no sign saying private property, keep out, blah, 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 blah. That's one I think we can go in and do. If it's somebody's house and there's things that are inside the house, so whether there's a living person there or whether there's memorabilia from people that have lived there before and there's windows and doors, to me that would be a no just out of respect for whoever's property it is. And obviously somebody's going to come back to that property at some time to take the ones. The word abandoned just suggests to me abandoned as long as nobody break into it. Exactly. I think don't break in, don't cause damage. If open and abandoned, go for it. Marvelous. So it's like when we do Fear Factory's Big Brother. That one's just an abandoned factory. There's nothing stopping you entering. There's no gates up. There's no access is quite easy, isn't it?
Yeah,
you just walk straight down a path and you're straight in there.
There's no fence to climb over.
There's no fence to climb over or anything. Obviously, a lot of our locations we take Big Red to anyway. So as you know, but yeah, and I think as long as the area is checked out, so you don't go like if there's stupid floorboards or stairs that go up and the stairs aren't together safe, you wouldn't go up and put yourself in danger. If it looked like roof were going to fall off at any minute or brickwork weren't solid, then you shouldn't be going in because it's your safety at the end of the day, innit?
That mill in the woods that we go to,
see, that's nobody's property.
That's nobody's property whatsoever. It's just in a woodland. The one that I go to, what we call Keely's Mill, again, it's not. It's just in a woodland. It's in a public woodland. It's just there. You're not going on anybody's land, anybody's property, or anything. It's just
unless you get lost on the other side and you're going to somebody's garden. Yeah. But we didn't know that they've got big gardens. So I'm agree. I think we abandoned buildings. I don't know about everybody else's opinion, but my opinion is as long as it's accessible and you know for definite that there's nothing left in that building.
We'd also try to find out who owned it.
Well, we would. There's one that we went to. Do you want to tell about the email we got back?
Well, we did an investigation at a place. It's not even.
See, this one's up for debate, not debate, but this one's where I don't know what I would do in this circle. In this one, I wouldn't go. Right.
We went to a place, and it's an old.
Don't matter what it is. It's an open air one. It's open 24 hours.
A bit of some ruins there from something. It's not a house. It's not a factory. That should give you a clue, right? So we went there. We did an investigation. When we looked on the website, not on the website, on internet, it said open 24 hours.
So to us, that's a go ahead because it's open 24 hours.
So I looked because we couldn't get on the main path last time for a certain reason. Not because they'd closed it off, something had happened and we couldn't get down the path. It was blocked off, but it was a tree that had fallen.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, we'll go back there. So I thought I'll have a look on website and see on the actual website because it's not owned as such. It's friends of that, like
look after it.
So I looked on their website and it said the tree's been moved, blah, 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 blah. And then I kept reading and it said something about paranormal investigations not being allowed. Paranormal events not being allowed. We're not allowing paranormal events. So I sent them an email explaining that we're not doing an event. There's no paying members there. There'll just be our team. That's it. Maybe 2 to 4 or 5, maybe 5 people at most. There's no members of the public paying or anything otherwise. Blah, 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 blah. It's not an event. It's just an investigation we'd like to do.
And we have a zone insurance. We made that clear. Yeah.
So is that okay? I got a message back saying, no,
it's not okay.
We're not allowing any more paranormal events or investigations at this property. At this place, and it's because he said because of the safety aspect, the woods near it are not safe.
Yeah, he said that there's safety issues within the woods at night time.
So he said I would have to say no to your request. Now
this puts us in a predicament. Well, it doesn't because we won't personally go back there. I don't think.
No, because if we went back, it would make it look.
Well, if we got caught there. The email we messaged us from was our ETA one, so they know that we've already been in touch. So we will get told that we'll get shouted at. Not to be that person, friends of group cannot stop you. 99% of areas. I didn't think they could, Scotty, but I understand what they're saying.
But I don't know if they were saying it, not because we're not allowed on the property, because if they'd said yes and we'd have gone, and if kids do knock about in woods and there is gangs or whatever knocking about, and anything happened to us, and then we got attacked, then if they'd have said yes, would we be able to go there? Well, they told us we could go. They told us
we could go there.
Do you know, so is it like a
clause?
No, we've told you can't go. But if you go, it's on your own head. But he didn't say that. But no. I don't know. But we won't go anyway.
We'll not go back there. Obviously, I know other teams will do, and other teams won't do what we do, where we go looking and make sure that everything's okay before we do go. But
the night we went to that place, there was actually 2 other teams there at that time.
And them other 2 teams actually go there quite regular, because they don't. One of them didn't do live Facebook or YouTube or anything. They just did it for their own video footage. It was just something that they went and did. So there were a little bit of Lorna. So they might need to cover themselves by saying, if you're going out happens, we've said to you don't go. I mean, the wood area itself was quite interesting, and I think we got more activity, to be honest.
Well, we got some activity in wood, didn't we?
In wood than we did.
Were we that night as well?
Yeah, Simon were we as that night. And we got more activity in the woodland than we did at the beginning. No worries, Nanny Lynn. We did send all his loves to you at the beginning, my sweets. So it's a little bit like, does it make it okay then when places say it's open 24 hours on website? For me, it does. And I will still go.
I mean, the thing is, he did say it's open to anybody in the day, and we can go there from dawn till dusk, no problem.
Yeah.
So we could go and do an investigation between
during daytime. It's not a problem.
So I don't know legally where we would stand on that, and I wouldn't risk it. And also, just out of respect, because the guy said no to us now, we won't go back, which is a shame, because it were a nice location
to do. But I don't think, like I said, we'll not go back. But to me, 24 hours is 24-hour opening. And another thing that gets me is a lot of these places where we do go, it's actually public access. So when we go to like General Cemetery and do General Cemetery, I mean, that's one of my favourite places to go. But when we go and do General Cemetery, that's actually...
I mean, that's shut down.
I mean, that's closed anyway. Nobody else is getting buried there. I mean, the last burial shouldn't have even been buried there, but it was. So I think they've bought a plot.
Yeah, a plot that we bought before.
So, yeah, it's like, it's really... but everything's open, and it is a public footpath, so there's nothing stopping you going into places like that. But it would just start subject, because we've been watching, and I don't know if we said it before, I think I'd said it one afternoon on a live, that I was getting pretty fed up of just seeing all negative comments about paranormal and the do's and don'ts of paranormal. And I'm not being funny, but personally, that's on the team itself. Dusk in summer can be. It can, Yolanda. It can. If someone is allowed to walk there, you should be allowed to investigate there. Yep, totally, Scots. But yeah, I mean, for me,
if any team's going anywhere and doing anything illegal,
that's different.
Then,
but again, it's on them.
That's on them. Yeah. It shouldn't be all paranormal, and we shouldn't all be shut down.
We shouldn't all be. That's what I'm saying, and I'm finding at the minute, and this is where it's sort of like getting my annoyance going up, is all the, and it is shite that's getting brought up. It's nothing important. It's nothing about new equipment that teams are using. There's no. I'm not hearing all I'm hearing from all these different groups is all the negativity about the paranormal. And I don't find paranormal negative. Do you know?
I do. It does annoy me a lot lately as well, when a lot of people are saying...
Don't forget, guys, please put in your comments.
Hey, Mohammed, if you disagree with us, then tell us, guys. You know what I mean? But
rather you tell us, because we enjoy you watching us. Even
it's like I've seen a lot of people,
passes me
a lot of places that now, not places, pages. What?
Bottom bit.
Oh,
it's just
which one?
Black one.
Where is it?
It should be just follow wire.
Just follow it, wire.
It's on the floor.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Don't give me that. I'm talking.
Go on, talk then.
It's like everybody goes on about this new equipment and apps and this and that and other. And I know they're not for everybody. But the thing is, when spiritualists first started, weren't they all testing new equipment? When Ouija boards first came out, when this first came out, when dowsing rods were first used by spiritualists, weren't they all testing them to see whether they worked or not?
Well, somebody's got to have tested them.
So,
but to me,
as technology moves on,
yeah.
why shouldn't we try these new things?
But what I don't understand is we've got people like Sam, who's in chat.
Yeah.
Sam does loads of ITC work only.
Yeah.
He works with spirit boxes. He does work with a couple of apps, not a lot. But he works with spirit boxes. He works with other gadgets, other devices. And
don't think Lindsay got no more pain.
And Sam people like Sam get overlooked. We get overlooked for evidence that we capture. And it's not very rare that you can capture anything, because it's not like that. But there's so much goodness out there that needs to be spoke about instead of all the negative on what people are doing wrong. Surely, when your kids are growing up, you learn them right from wrong, but they're going to take their own path and make their own decisions and their own choices regardless.
It seems a lot of things at minute. A lot of people are being called out for doing the wrong thing. Nobody's ever gone on and said,
wow, look at them, how they've done that. Yeah.
And I'm not saying they should do it about us, because if people think we're doing it wrong, they're allowed an opinion.
Because they're
allowed to tell us what they think.
You're not bothered, but you won't know what works for you until you try the different tools. This is it, Lorna. This is it, we might miss. I mean, it's like that doll I've got, right? The talking doll. We've took that out, and we've took her out on investigations because
Cliff Richard, then.
Well, crying, walking, sleeping, talking. But we've got that doll, and we've took that out onto locations with us because she can learn speak. So the reason we take her, and I don't take her while summer, I don't take her out till summertime because obviously it's too cold for her. It's too cold for her at the minute, and she's very delicate. If you drop her, her skin will cut. So we take her out because we know that she's got words in her that she can learn. So it's really strange when she comes out and says something that's relevant to where we are.
Just because you don't have scary thumbnails and titles, you get overlooked. Exactly.
But like Sam says, different recorders and stuff. So like your EVP recorders and things like that. It's just a find that there's so much good within the paranormal that people are just too quick to shoot everybody down, or everybody's getting tarred with the same brush. So because you're paranormal, well, that means that you're going to be this way, you're going to be drama, you're going to be trouble, you're going to be breaking and entering, you're going to be doing whatever you're going to do, and I just think it's wrong. I think we need to start supporting especially the smaller groups, and I am going to, because we're a small group, but it's like supporting smaller groups. Apparently
we've made it now because we've been cloned.
Well, we've been cloned, haven't we? Twice. Been cloned twice. But for us, it's just like it's not about even helping the smaller teams. It's acknowledging what they've done. I mean, it's like us. Every piece of equipment that we've used, if another team or another person has said to us, "You want to try this," we always acknowledge that person. When Robbie the Robot come out last year, I mean, Robbie the Robot had been out way before last year. But me and John had gone to the Haunted Museum in Nottingham. Yeah. What is it? Haunted Picture House and Museum in Nottingham.
Bring out the clones, yeah.
And
these aren't the
I was talking to, I forgot his name. Was it Andy?
Steve.
Steve. I was talking to Steve, and I was telling Steve about my dog that I'd got. And Steve were on about these robots that he'd got. Now, as far as I'm aware at that point, Steve was the only paranormal team, bar a couple of others who I've not seen, who had used the robot. So we come back and we were using robot. We introduced it to Wayne Gulwell, I think it were.
No, we had a few teams.
For him,
other teams.
Yeah, and some other teams. And nobody turns around and says, "Oh, Lindsay and John from ETA showed us this." It's always somebody else has showed them that. Do you know? Or they've seen it, but they can't say where they've seen it. And it's like, really? Just because you're going to mention another team, you're going to be fearful of mentioning teams. And I just think that's the bad side to it. I don't think it is, Debs. It totally is. It's everywhere. It's in everything.
I think this lockdown has heightened it a bit because everyone's stuck at home.
Because, well, Sheila, is it Sheila that's put that? Thing is, Sheila, because of the lockdown, like John said, it's heightened everybody's emotion. And because things in life have gone still, the drama factor of it has been an easier target to do. But out of this drama has become the bullying. And unfortunately, it's the bullying that's taking over. Nobody minds criticism and nobody minds being said. If somebody said to us, that vortex you're using, I don't think it's any good. We'd say, well, why don't you think it blah, 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 whatever. How can we improve it then? Do you know?
Sam, I bought the baby version.
You did, Sam.
That just makes giggling noises. I think I bought the wrong one.
Yeah, I mean, that Wayne Gulwell, we were first team that went out investigating with Wayne. And we took doll out them with us. Do you know what I mean? We took a lot of devices that night when we took him out. But yeah, I mean, it's like this vortex that John's done. There's so many teams out there making vortexes. It doesn't matter who's making them or who you're going to buy them from or who, whatever. Do you know?
I mean, I have no problem. I saw the vortex, and I saw the vortex, and it would go to Britain.
It would go to Britain's vortex, and it was massive. It's a proper one.
Well, it's not a proper one, but it's what a plug-in one that they have in the museum. And they had a proper fog machine, and they had lights and everything, and it looked amazing. And I thought, you know, that's right idea. Can I build one that we can take out on investigation and use outside rather than so it would go to Britain that gives that idea. Yeah. I'm not ashamed in telling anybody where we go. No.
My opinion on that saying people need to be straight about what they're for. Do you know? Thing is though, Jules, about being straight into what the paranormal feel for. To be honest, every investigator out there is into it because of the paranormal. They've all got into it to start with because the paranormal interested them so much. Investigators on way doing things, or is it for getting the same end goal to find out what and when? Wrong way. There isn't no right or wrong way to it, Jules. Everybody's a beginner, everybody's a novice, and the thing is with paranormal is you're learning something new every day.
I think it ran that put that.
What?
No praise, but they'll pick your faults. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. Nobody's saying it to anybody. Do you know? I think this team went out and they did an amazing.
They did a really good job on the night.
Said, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that. The drama, they bullied.
Or it's oh my god. They've been to a location we went to, and nobody knows that location. The locations that paranormal teams go to, let's just get one thing straight, are accessible for everybody that looks for them. There is no hidden location.
Oh, bless you, Laura. I hope you're feeling better soon.
Oh, Laura, sending you loads of love and hugs, sweets. Get well wishes.
It's not from where you cut yourself, is you? You're all right where you cut yourself other day.
I hope so. Yeah, using old TVs. That's where, and Sam, I said that other night when I was showing the one that we've bought. We got that because we saw you using it, and we asked you.
We spoke to Sam.
Obviously, we speak to Sam. Yeah, and it's like when we use it live, we'll mention that where we got the idea from and everything else. So we mentioned Sam as we're doing it. So then hopefully some of you lot who are interested in ITC and stuff, go over and watch Sam when he's doing a bit of ITC or whatever, do you know? And to me, I think it's just everybody just needs to get on with what they're doing now. This lockdown's over. Everybody should be out meeting the families.
It's not quite over yet, but it's getting there.
We're allowed back out, you know, and I think
for you, double jab.
Well, I know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just like the world's gone to cop. It's not just the paranormal field. It's every field. You go into hairdressing and it's that. I mean, hairdressing to me actually is one of the most bitchiest areas ever to go.
Nanny Lynn.
What? Oh, Nanny Lynn, thank you, my lovely shinies. But yeah, for me, hairdressing is so bitchy. Any hairdressers in here will know hairdressing is such a catty and bitchy place to be.
Showbiz.
Because it's showbiz. But places like that, when there is proper competitions being run for hairdressers. I know. But watching the thing with hairdressing is you can understand the bitchiness in a way because there's hairdressing competitions out there. These people are so competitive and so it's artistic though. It's the art and the craft of doing the hair. If we can shut her up
for 5 minutes, yeah, Mohammed, you can.
Go on, Mohammed, ask your question.
You can ask it, whether we answer it or not. We can just stop talking. It's a different matter.
But yeah, and I just think that at minute, I think as a group that's interested in paranormal, I mean, forget the hairdressing. I'm waiting while Mohammed puts his question up. But yeah, going back to paranormal, I think everybody just needs a break from drama. I think it's causing more upset to people that are watching. Because you're taking all that negativity from that drama and bringing it into your own lives. And I'll guarantee that half of you that watch the drama will be messaging each other through there. Oh, thank you, Soldier, my lovely.
I get embarrassed when I see teams trespassing.
Exactly. We do. Well, we do, Soldier, we do. You know, but that's on that team.
We have been
it's
in
not
buildings.
on us.
We'll not. I'm not going to.
No,
we have been in buildings in past, and probably, I mean, one of the buildings was owned. We didn't realise it were owned at that time.
Yeah.
Because the guy actually came out and...
He did, but we talked to him and he said we could stop there for an hour.
Stop there for an hour. As long as you're going to be gone in an hour, that's fine. So, you know...
We're not innocent. Do you know what I mean? We're not saying we've never done anything. Of course we have. There were one house we went to and there was no windows. There was no doors you could see straight through. And we went in this house and everything was there. There were paperwork, there were photos, but it was all over. It's just everything had been trashed. We went and did that one, but nobody at that point, it wasn't a big, to us, we didn't look at it like we look at it now, do we? But we've never done it since. We've never gone back. We've never given that location out.
Also, that location. Well, I wouldn't even know where it is again.
No,
it was one we weren't actually going to that location. We were going to a mill.
We were, and we couldn't get to mill.
We could get to mill, but what we didn't realise is the mill that we were going to, we'd been given by another team. When we got there, this mill, it's where they were filming Peaky Blinders. Peaky
Blinders were being filmed at that time, and we couldn't get in.
So we said no, we're not bothering.
Yeah.
So and then somebody with us said, I know the location that's nearby, so we followed them to it.
But like you said, we've never, from doing that one, we've never felt comfortable going in another. That's why we won't do. And we won't do any. We get location centres all the time, and me and John look at them, and do you know what we say? Yeah, that'd be a really good location, but we're not doing it.
But one thing I will say is just because the building's derelict and abandoned doesn't make it haunted.
No, it doesn't.
So
no,
teams that just go to abandoned and derelict buildings, it don't mean that they're haunted.
No. Well, it's like that. If our house were empty, and somebody come in to do a paranormal investigation, they'd get jack shit because there's nothing in this house. There's nothing. There might be stuff outside in woods and fields and stuff like that, and we might be able to bring it into the house. But that's only when we're asking. Do you know what I mean? And even then, we hardly get anything, do we?
Well, again,
you know,
that's right, Yolanda. I just don't want to get into that situation.
We've never trespassed, soldier. We've never trespassed in a way of going in a place where it says private property, or we've never really done that. Because even when we went to doctor's house, the one in Doncaster, I know that's got the railing around it, but the railing was missing.
Yeah,
so there were half the fence were missing, so you could get in it at different points.
At the time, I think everybody and
the mother had done that.
There was actually one group that was doing events there and charging people to go in at that time.
They were. Yeah, they were, which was very, very disgusting.
I don't know who it was, so
no, but I remember that.
But I remember somebody saying because somebody else turned up that night.
See, that's it, Yolanda. If we was anywhere, it doesn't matter whether we were in a building or on land, to be honest. If somebody come up to us and said, you do know that you're not allowed to be on this land, first I'd say, I'm ever so sorry. We didn't realise. And can you tell me where the borderline is then? Because there's no borderline to where we've come up a path that's brought us direct up here. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? And you've got to understand these people, these security guards, a lot of them are either on their own or they're in twos, and they don't know who they're coming out to. They don't know whether you've got weapons. You might come out and you might say that you're a ghost hunter and blah, 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 blah. They might have had somebody 3 weeks prior that's tried to stab them, saying they were doing the same when they were robbing buildings. Do you know?
I went to one place. I went with a couple of other groups. It was just myself, and I went with 2 other groups.
Yeah.
And we went to a place in Rotherham. This is when we first started out in 2019, and I went with this other team. And this place was actually in like a park. There were old buildings, and we walked up to them, and we didn't even get inside. We were just taking photographs outside. Yeah. And one of the groundskeepers came up and said, "You're not allowed to be here." And we said, "We're only filming. We're only filming. Look, we all got cameras and as bags and everything. We won't go hunting stuff in REM pods and that. You know, it weren't obvious what we're doing, but we'd not come kitted up like we to rob out or to nick pipe in a row."
Hey guys,
the guy said to us, he says, "Well, I don't know why you're here." He says, "You could be here for out." He says, "You could be telling me out." He says, "You could have a van park right code." So, and he says, "Look," he says, "I wouldn't stay here anyway." He says, "Because we've had a lot of issues with kids nicking lead and pipes and all this blah, blah, blah off different places, and police are keeping an eye out. So, you know, if you do stop here, police come." So we left. And we went to another location close by. And the location we went to close by that night was Uber stand.
Did you read Mohammed's question?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't. That's why I'm going back up. Mohammed, did you ask a question to Sunderland on the 26th of July for 1 week? Will I still be able to travel there? I should think so, Mohammed.
Yeah, you should be able to, because on the...
Hey, Karen.
As far as I'm aware... Claire.
Hey, who goes there?
As far as I'm aware, at this present time, the lockdown ends on either 21st or 22nd of June. Everything's back to normal. No masks, no social distancing.
Yeah,
no
everything's good.
As far as it is now, depending on whether these new variants or anything, but then I can't comment on that because I know nothing about it.
No. So, yeah, but to me, I just think paranormal in general just needs a break. People just need to stop getting on at others about what equipment they use, whether it's shit or not. If they're not using it and they don't like it, that's fine. Nobody cares. If somebody says that I'm a medium if somebody says that they're a medium and they want to walk around and communicate that way all night and not use apps, just use their medium skills, that's fine. Do you know? If you enjoy watching, what's the problem everybody's got? Do you know? I don't think it's, we're not getting into that, but I don't think it's personally scaremongering. We've had friends and family that have had it that have been seriously poorly with it. So for us, we've seen a different side to it. It's so sad to see all the trash and vandalism. Do you know, I think this is what does it. Because of the vandalism that gets done in a lot of places that people go to, everybody thinks that the next person's going to go in and vandalize. Do you know, I won't put a fag out on my car on my own floor, so I wouldn't put a cigarette out on a floor in another building. No, but that's how you respect a property. What you wouldn't do in your own home, don't do in an empty building. Do you know what? You just wouldn't do it. You respect the places as you would respect your own, and that's just how we are. But people should be a bit more kinder in it. Yeah. Too much drama. Just sit and enjoy the show. Sometimes I pick up stuff and I'm not no medium. I just get a little intuitive. But you know, Claire, that's all part of it, I think. And you know, when you're watching, if you watch something for long enough, you will start, like you said, using your intuition, and you might see, just out of corner of your eye, you might see that man stood there. You might feel drawn to a certain point on investigation. And all that is you're working with the energies we're working with, even though you're watching on a screen. And I, for one, believe that if you're working with them as we're working with them, when we're working with them, then why can't you pick up things just as we would pick up as being there? So yeah, Sunday, people always have problems with the teams. That's what I'm saying, Sandy. The problem is people need to stop it. You know, it's ridiculous. It's boring. And even if you don't like a certain team or a certain person from a team or a group team, why are you watching them? Do you know? And I mean that. I mean, it makes me laugh when I hear teams say, somebody puts a negative comment and they go, "Oh, don't watch me then," or whatever. And it's like, really? Don't address. Why address people that way?
I mean, these teams I like and these teams I dislike. Oh, well, I'm not going to deny it.
Well, of course, we're all saying.
I'm not going to say who these teams are that I like and the ones that I dislike.
And we won't expect any of you to do that either.
But I'm not going to go online
My eyes were great big then.
I don't like these do this, these do that,
no.
blah, blah, blah. It's not
That's just dissing somebody else. And you should never go on and you should never diss a paranormal team should never go on and diss another paranormal team, because all that does, depending on, even if you're a smaller team and you go on and you diss, say a big team, right? A small team, I'll do it a different way around. A small team goes on and disses a big team. All you do then is you start that drama building. So then when something happens, all your chat's filled with, not about your investigation, not about what you're catching, it's filled with, did you see what happened on such and such? Did you see him slagging him off or her slagging her off? And that's all your chat's full of. And that's great if that's what you want, but it's not for us. And if a big team slags a little team off, because of how many followers they've got, they've just literally sent
people over to
the negative people to come over and start leaving bad comments or putting things like "you're shit" or "the equipment you use is shit because such and such has said it's a load of crap." Well, I weren't a fan at Paratech. I weren't a big fan at Paratech. I actually don't mind the Paratech now. I've got used to it because we've used it. Do you know? But I didn't go online and say to
you do, right?
I didn't go online and say to people, "Oh my God, I think paranormal shit. That team over there, they're using Paratech. Don't watch them. Don't watch them because they're shit. They just use Paratech." And it's like, really, you wouldn't, you just, as a person, you wouldn't do that. So for me, that's where I just think paranormal, like I said, we got told with Paranormal Field on how it works and everything else. I'd like to know what the investigators are feeling themselves, because certain places will exactly, yeah, they will do. What we do it for interest of the paranormal, like to share what we find. Team Rivalry does come into it. We say good luck to all the genuine investigators. But the thing is, I mean, even like you said, though, Ghost, there, with genuine investigators, just because they might do,
I mean,
they might come away from the serious side of the field to the Hollywood side of the field, the entertainment side of the field.
And that's fine, because
that's their choice. So
there's enough airtime or whatever, social media networks for everybody to do what they want.
It used to make me laugh, because we used to go on and there'd be certain people, certain groups, and it'd be, you're going on at my time. And it were like, pardon? Not to us, they didn't say it to us, but they were saying it to other people. You're going on and this is my time. I'm trying to explain to somebody, you don't have times.
I understand that, Sam. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You don't have times. It's we go live when we can go live. Not because we don't go live because we think, oh my goodness, well, they're on at 8 o'clock, they're on at 9 o'clock, we can't do 10 o'clock. Why can't we do if 10 o'clock was suitable for us, we'd do 10 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this was more over on the YouTube side of things, than Facebook. Cheers, Gillian, my sweets. But yeah, if you're having trouble, Mammy, dip over to YouTube. But yeah, and it's like, there is no time slots. Nobody gets a time slot. You go on when you want to go on. And if somebody's on at the same time, people tend to flick through say like say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock we go live. There might be 10 teams, 12 teams, could be 20 teams that go live at 8 o'clock, because we're all around world and we're all watching different things. So 20 teams go live at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 8 of them teams you might follow rigorously. Do you know what I mean? Watch them constantly. But because they're all on the same time for some whatever reason, what you'll do is you'll flick through. So you might watch one, but then know what's happening. So you'll flick to see what's happening on other one. Then you flick to other one. Do you know that? That's how you're supposed to be. It's only like when Coronation Street's on telly and there's no happening, you'll flick to watch Emmerdale or EastEnders if you're one of them, you know. Or if football's on.
You tape it and watch it after.
Or you tape it, watch it after. If football's on, if the two teams are playing you like, you switch between them. Do you know what I mean? Or it's just crazy on how the whole social media works. But like I said, we got told when we first started on paranormal, we got told we needed paranormal comedy. We got told we needed thick skins to come on social media to start with. Me and John, everything's over our head. And when I say over our head, if you've watched us for the last 2 years, you will know that when I say it's over our head, it's over our head. If I've got something to say, or John's got something to say, firstly, we would do it offline if needed. I've only ever come on twice to put my point across when I've been brought up in somebody else's argument or being accused of doing something that I haven't done. Then I will come on. But I don't do a drama thing. I just come on, I say what I've got to say, and then it's over and done with. In 2 years, I've done that twice. We got told, it's not but drama. You're going to get drama. You're going to turn into drama. And we were like, no, we won't.
And we got laughed at.
We got laughed at because, you'll get drama. You'll get drama.
You'll do drama.
Blah, 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 all this. Meaning we'd get in touch with the drama side of it. We've never got in messed up in any kind of drama unless and it's not the drama. If we know somebody's telling the truth, we will back that person. But we know we've seen everything or whatever, and we will 100% back that person. If we know that they've told a lie, then obviously I'm not going to back that person because it's just the way it is. But we're not going to come on and say, oh, do you know that such and such and such and such said this about such and such and such and such and did this on their live? You just don't do that. That's whatever got said is personal. It's like if I phone, let's say I phone who Ghost there up, right? I message Ghost there and we're having a conversation or messenger.
Maybe got the number.
Now, that messenger, I'm trusting that goes there. The messages are a private message. So if we're having a moan about something to do in the paranormal field, wherever, that message and that conversation is a private conversation, and it's said when somebody might be a little bit more irate than they would be. There might be things said that shouldn't have been, that maybe shouldn't have been said, but they said in a private message. What the hell are these being plastered all over YouTube for and Facebook? It's a private message between two people. It's like, let's put it this way, it's like, let's use an example. It's like one of my daughters phoning me up.
What's he do?
Yeah, but not about this. Yeah, but not about this one. No, I'll not use my daughters then. I'm going to use my mum. It's like my mum. My mum phoning me up and saying her husband.
Oh, don't go there.
Her husband is this, and this, and he's done this to her, and he's done that, and she's having a moan at me on the phone. And she's calling him from a pig to a dog. Do I then go and repeat that to my mum's husband? No. One, why wouldn't I? Because one, my mum was saying all that in temper. It wasn't meant. It wasn't meant the way it. Evening, incubus, oi. It wasn't meant in a nasty set. It wasn't meant nasty. It was just my mum would have been wound up, but she'd come to me because she trusts me that I'm not going to go back and say to my mum's husband.
No,
and I nearly said his name.
Nearly.
I'm not going to go back and go tittle tackle and say, oh, you never guess what my mum said about you. My mum said you're this, this, and this, and you treat her that way. But
she's never said this, by the way.
No, my mum's never said that. I'm just using my mum as an example better than anybody else. So to me, I don't understand where all these messages come from and everybody makes a big deal out of the messages. You know what I mean? Personally, if somebody put messages up, for me, I'd be more angry at the person posting the messages than what the actual messages said. Because to me, that's a breach of trust. That's where the trust goes, is within these messages being posted. Because somebody's trusted you enough. Somebody's trusted you enough to send you certain things, hoping that you're not a gossip. Or if you are a gossip, then, yeah, they'll probably send them you as well to gossip. But do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. As far as faking goes, you guys see exactly what we see. And when we're out, we will debunk everything. There's if somebody moves, Steve's got wind. Steve's quite flatulent. If we were doing an EVP and Steve decided to let a little one go while we were doing EVP, and then on EVP picked it up,
I must admit,
we would say, Steve, you farted at that point.
I must admit though, he can't do it and actually say monk. You sound like monk.
But
that'd be right,
stuff
clever.
like that, when we're doing EVPs, we prefer to put the EVPs down on front. We
have Alderman pass.
Of course, you have with Alderman and an Alderman in front, especially when you were going out on your own a lot. We did that more when you were out on your own, because it were a lot of time you've gone out at locations were very wet and stuff. So yeah, they weren't places. But you learn as you go along. I mean, like we say, if you look at our investigating style hasn't changed. I don't think our style of investigating's changed. The way we do things has. It's just a demon escaping. Exactly, incubus. It's a demon. I tried to think everything written and said could be seen or heard. I'm lucky though. Everyone I've worked with has shown me nothing but kindness and respect. Do you know what, Paul? You've got a good group of friends and colleagues around you. But yeah, you do these days. You do have to be very careful on what you say to people. Unless you can honestly say, I don't know, you could trust them with your own life, then I would say word things very carefully when you're sending them, because you never know when they're going to show up on somebody's screen. How do you get rid of subtitles? Top corner, there should be 3 dots. You click your 3 dots and go on that, and it takes you to
closed captions.
Close captions. Close them, and it'll stop the captions coming up. But yeah, it's like when that lighted camera We cannot. John tried to debunk that on the night. He even went back up the next day in the daytime and tried to debunk it in the daytime to see whether they would have been, if anything. But there's no way a tiny moth would have its own light, knock the camera, and then walk back off. There's no way. I really would like to send that footage to somebody who can either pixelate it, break it down, or whatever, and try and see if we can get that closer, because to me that were a great catch. But yeah, it's just, if you think you've got nothing on an EVP, I would still file it away because the audio software. Exactly. Do you know, this is it, Sam. I mean, a lot of our EVPs we got rid of after we've done them because we've not heard anything. And it's only been the latter few that we have kept. We've kept a few though, haven't we, when we've done them, and we've not checked back on them, or did we get rid of them?
No,
have you saved them?
Yeah, I've saved them.
Right. Because yeah, like you say, we don't always have time next day to come off and go through audio straight away. It might be a year's time before we get to go through some audio. So I truly believe that ET are the most honest and trustworthy team out there at the moment. There are others that are trusted, but who else can say they haven't been involved in major drama or really drama at all? And this is not biased, as I have had. If I had any doubt, I would be able to mod for you in a good consciousness. Oh, bless. Thank you, Steve. But do you know, like Steve, like Steve says, though, there is some really amazing teams out there. Oh, Karen's turned them off as well. But there is some, thank you, Gillian, my lovely. There is some amazing teams out there that get amazing footage that don't get looked at twice. And I feel for them, because when you get something and you've got nobody to show it to, or it doesn't get the recognition as what it would do if somebody with a higher following would have got, or on Facebook or on thing and on YouTube. But yeah, it's like, hey, love my family. But to me, it's just like, it's just sharing your captures that you get. It's sharing teams that have had some really good captures.
A while ago, we got laughed at, didn't we? Because we were told with the amount of viewers we had, somebody won't get out of bed for that amount of viewers.
Yeah, we did. That were last year, I think it were last year.
Or the year before.
Yeah, last year, I think it were. I'm not sure. But yeah, we got told that for views we get on us live, they won't get out of bed for that. And it's like, but you've just dissed 20 to 30 people at that point. You know, 20 to 30 people, that person had just dissed straight away. And it's like, really? Do you know, if I've got 5 people on, 10 people, I do my reading over on members, and I might have got 1 or 2 people on, 3 or 4 at most. Do I stop because I've only got to it? No, I continue reading, because I know that people will watch that back, because people are working, or people can't watch it at that time because they don't live in our country. They live in a different time zone or whatever. Do you know? You don't.
Well, you're like Lindsay, you live on a different planet.
Yeah, you're like me and live on a different planet in La La Land. But it's just crazy. And I just, but to me, that's when it changes from being about the paranormal. If people are more bothered about how many people they can get on, it's not about the paranormal. And it's gone from probably being really, really into the paranormal to being about, well, we need to have this many on before we can do anything. Or it's like when people come on and they'll say, get 100 likes before 100, we need 100 on before we start. And it's like, really?
I went live coming home.
Why do you need 100 on before you start? What's wrong with the 50 or 60 you've got on?
I went live coming home other night after one investigation. They're running me and Jules on.
Exactly. Yeah, you were. Because nobody did. Yeah. And that, yeah. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's just crazy. And it's same with this, right? Stars, the money side to it, the stars, the go on, super chats, the everything like that. I don't understand these people that go out and say, for 10,000 stars, he'll do a lone ritual on his own. Really? John goes out most nights on his own. You know, why do they think that they need to be paid to do something that's part of the paranormal investigation that they're doing? I don't get that. That's where my mind then goes to me that it's no longer, and it's a shame because some of the things that these teams have done and brought to paranormal, in some cases, it's been amazing.
I spent 2.5 hours on a live at 2 a.m.
It's all gone down.
To stop the live because of those two people.
Exactly, Sam. You feel awful, don't you? But you also enjoy that interaction going on. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, but to me, I tend to feel sorry. I feel more sorry for these people that think that that's how they've got to do it.
Thank you, Laura.
Because for me, it's like I said, it's gone from what were the paranormal to something that's got to be money. It's money orientated. Now, don't get me wrong. People make money from hobbies. If you're a crocheter and you crochet for a hobby, you can make money off your hobby by selling your stuff, and that's fine. There's no issues, no buts, no nothing about.
You can make money off selling a few things.
You can, yeah. Well, you can. Town hall steps is one. But yeah. Oh dear, town hall steps. I should have said private porn. But yes, anyway, regardless of what I've just said. But but to me, I just feel so sorry. Because I don't know. I just feel so sorry for these people. I mean, in the paranormal field as a whole, the people that I started out that I had respect for, I have lost so much respect. And some of these people have never been heard by others, but I've watched them and they've tried to be like others, and the path they've chose to go down, I've like, oh my God, and I've just totally lost respect for that person because it shouldn't ever be about that. You know, it's all about what drives you, the love of the paranormal or money. Exactly, soldier. And you know, for us, it is the love of the paranormal. It will always be the love of the paranormal. And I don't think anything would ever change. Do you know? It's just what it is. But then again, mine and John's personalities and how we look at life in general. Money's never been.
We've got none.
Well, yeah, but money's never been.
Can't get blood out of it.
But what I'm trying to say is, money has never been a big thing for us, a big focus. Let's say. I'd rather.
But if you nip on to go for me.
I'd rather.
No, we am.
John goes instead of going out for a meal. He'd rather go out for a meal. But me, I'd rather John go out to the shop and get sausage, egg, and chips, a bottle of wine, and come back in and cook me that meal, because that'd be more romantic to me than going out and spending 70, 80 quid on a meal. Because that to me is just stupid. If you've got it and you enjoy it, good on you.
She got face on the other week. I turned up with a doner kebab each and a bottle of Lambrini. And she said, that ain't romantic.
I don't like doner kebab.
It was cherry Lambrini, no.
These men didn't do we found gimbal
We
Scots.
found it. Lindsay had it in
I
car.
did it in car, so we'd found gimbal. But yeah, it's like I said, to me, everybody in paranormal field needs to, just for the paranormal field alone, hopefully they can make examples for other people in other sections of areas what they do. Just stop making the drama when it doesn't have to be there. Stop slagging people off. Again, if you don't like what somebody's done, put a comment on the video. You don't put, that's fucking shit, or you're wank, or you're a fat bastard, you ate too much donuts, you do this, why are you being 2-year-olds?
A new tracksuit and a gold chain. Wood.
It's wood.
No, you get gold, you get wood.
It gets wood. But it's like I'm losing plot now. But whatever it is. But yeah, it to me just.
Oh, bless you, Laura. Oh,
and again,
nice.
And again, for me, the biggest thing for me is, and I've got to be honest, it's when people talk about other people's but other people's personal life. If you don't want personal life plastered out there, don't put it out there. It's social media. If you put you're going to have a shit on a gold toilet, everybody in all and sundry will be knowing about your shit on a golden toilet. So don't do it. Why do it? You only do it because you want the drama back from it, in my opinion. Like I said, 2 years we've been on. And I think the only things you know about, apart from like the health and the scooter, we don't talk about family. We don't talk about ourselves. If we've had we could have argued before we've come live and you wouldn't even know we'd argued, because this is how we'd be. Do you know? We could go live. We could have had an argument on wait at live in car, right? And we could go live and you still wouldn't know we'd have an argument.
I don't think we've ever had an argument on live.
I think we've had a disagreement and then I've got out at car and I've gone, I'm not coming. And you've gone, well done. And I've gone, get the scooter. But again, the disagreement would be over something petty.
Right, so
but you don't need to know.
You know a few things. You know she picks on me. Constantly.
But it's just crazy. It really is crazy. That's why people fake things, because they make it about money. Oh, God, what am I doing? I'm trying to look at Steve's comment.
Yeah, but you're right.
I know. Fight evidence to keep people loyal. But the dig of it away for me is the fact that ETA have nights where nothing happened or is captured. And that to me is real paranormal. I think that's why ETA captures the Thank you, Steve. See? But it is true. There is nights where we've gone, I don't bully. I'll bully you, Scotty, when I meet you. I'm telling you now, you're going to get poked. I shouldn't have said poked. I should have said punched. You get punched, Scots. Get poked. Exactly, Yolanda. Exactly, Laura. Exactly. She had no wedding yet, though. Oh, wow. 16 years. Well, congratulations to you guys. Oh, my partner and I, 16 years. We've done 10 years into it. We've done now. 10 years. Engaged, but no marriage. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I forgot what I was saying then before you rudely interrupted me.
I didn't rudely interrupt you. You just freaked Scotty to death.
Scotty knows what I mean. He knows I get my words. You're making me blush. Scotty knows that I get my words back to front, so he knows what I'm meaning. But we'll have to be singing to you. I'm trying to do scream with my finger. 17 years for us to wow. But that's it. Do you know, 17 years and 16 years, 10 years. This 10 years of shit that you don't need to hear from us. You know, it's just, you were talking about shitting on gold toilets on Crown. But you
don't get that. You don't get that for murder.
No, you don't. You won't get that for time either. But yeah, so Booking's got that come out. That was the first thing I thought of.
We don't want to know.
Oh dear, why 11 years? Thank you, Laura. But yeah, do you know, it's all for us. It's just about coming on and having a laugh. Yeah, we might talk about some subjects that might be close to home. We might be talking about people that have lost loved ones. We might be talking about mental health, or if somebody's having a bad day. We might be talking about illnesses, because like Nanny Lynn, she's just been diagnosed with vertigo. We might have other people in chat that suffer with that maybe be able to help Nanny Lynn. We might have people in chat that I don't know, are having might be having asthma and or just a bad day. Do you know what I mean? But that's what chat to me. That's what Chit Chat Tuesdays for. Is so we can get to know you as much as you get to know us. You know. And it's just, 17 years, 7 years for good behaviour. 17 years, Claire. Are we still breathing? Do you know? But yeah, like I said, just when whatever team you're watching, enjoy. If the drama gets too much, swipe the chat so you don't have to don't have to chat. You just swipe the chat. Come on, watch us. Just swipe the chat off so you don't see it. If you're on YouTube and drama's starting and you really don't want to get dragged into drama, don't get involved. I'm a moderator on one of the most drama channels. Well, not one of the most drama, but a drama channel on YouTube. I mod for, and I mod for Simon and Mr. GS Paranormal or Mr. Gogglebox now, whatever. But do you know, Simon's opinions don't make it my opinion. So when Simon's saying things, and I'll repeat it again, I don't go in Simon's chat and go, you idiot, how dare you say that about such and such, blah, 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 blah. No, Simon will get a phone call the next morning saying, Simon, what did you say that for? Why did you have to say that? You shouldn't have said that. Or, do you know what I mean? And I would never belittle him online to do something, because at the end of it all, he's a friend. Do you know? And he does say some really bad stuff when he has had his whiskey or his whatever it is. Bourbon. And it is upsetting to watch, and it does upset me. But Simon knows that. And I'm always honest with him, but I'm not going to fall out and lose a friendship just because I don't agree with what he's saying. But do I get involved in the drama? No. Do I start putting things in the chat when people are slagging other people off? No, I'm removing the comments. And I put a comment in on, I think it was Saturday night when I was modding, and I put a comment in and I just put, hey guys, please make sure that you're respectful to everybody.
Cheeky girl.
And hang on, wait a minute, I'm modding for Simon. And I put, please be respectful to everybody and all opinions. Anything posted that looks like drama or is talking about somebody else, it'll be deleted. And I don't care who it is that's putting it, the comment will get deleted, because if it can lead to drama, Simon does the drama on his screen. We don't need the drama in his chat. Do you know? And that's just how I am. So that's on that bit. And then I was quiet for a while when I went through a grieving process. Then I recently just come back on and I was coming back with open arms. Oh, bless, love my family. I hope you're all right, my sweets. But yeah, do you know, I mean, our moderators, they might go on other channels But again, they don't involve themselves with drama. Don't you laugh, because they don't. They don't involve themselves with drama. Because they don't.
You don't know what channels they go on.
I do, because they'll come back and they'll say bloody 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 blah bloody bloody blah. Look. Or I'll go to them, bloody 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 blah. Oh my God, look what's happening. Bloody 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 blah. Because you do.
Dog.
You know, it's sometimes the drama can be funny. It's when the drama turns nasty is when I come away, because I just can't do it's just not in our nature to do that. Don't even go on other channels now. ET's too good. Scotty, you're biased. But I mean, it's like, because to be honest, we don't and I'm being genuinely honest. I get up in the morning and John does all his stuff, what he's got to do in daytime, whether it's housework, doing stuff in computer, doing something on paranormal, looking for locations, whatever.
My leg off,
I sit in my chair, my red chair where I do my pendulum from.
With
my bell. I've got my bell. And I sit there all day. Very rarely get up. But I sit there.
You're on about Bill Oster, love my family. I haven't seen him for a while. I think he does still come on occasion.
He does, but he's not been on for a while though, Bill. He did post some on Facebook, but I'm not sure what it were. But yeah, and I put on the telly. What have I just finished watching in 3 days? 4 days?
The Crown.
Is it The Crown? No, it's Victoria. No, Victoria. I've just been watching Victoria. I don't sit in daytime and watch anybody's paranormal. And do you know why I don't watch it? And it's not because I'm not interested in it. It's because I just haven't got the time. When we go out paranormal investigating, I'm a telly buff. And I like to watch me sitcoms. I've been watching Sam when Sam's put his ITCs on, because I enjoy watching the ITCs that's been done. And is there any other team that I have watched? No, I don't think there is. TikTok. I'm a TikTok person. Do you know, I go on TikTok and I think, oh my God, we're on TikTok and it's like 11 o'clock. And then next time I look, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've just been scrolling through TikTok. But it's honestly, it's shocking. I do watch a couple of paranormal teams that are abroad. I think there's a team in New Zealand that Steve got me watching, and I think there's a team in America that I've watched, but not very much. Not very much the American team. It might not even be. It might not be. Maybe it's not been live though. It might be Australian team actually, not American. I can't remember anyway. And it's true. You just But to me, it's only because there's just, like you said, it's just too much. Daytime is PlayStation time.
I can't remember last time I went on PlayStation. In fact,
I might go on tomorrow.
Well, you're not playing online because I think the PlayStation Plus run out.
Oh, has it? Oh, we need to renew that then.
You're joking. Gotta go for me up. It's about 50 quid.
It will bleeding out. We'll get that. I'll sort that tomorrow if it has run out, because that were Mike's, weren't it? PlayStation.
The full PlayStation 4. Well, it were family one, weren't it? PlayStation 4.
No, I thought the PlayStation 4 were his, but he's left it here. Yeah, we bought that in for Christmas. So yeah, but we'd have renewed it if he were at home, so we'll renew it now. It should have been renewed that.
No, we renewed it last year in lockdown because I started playing it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I find it hard to watch a lot of teams make it hard to get involved. See, that's the thing again. Yeah, I mean, for me, Scots, it is about getting involved. It's about we want you to feel as though you're actually on that investigation with us. And it's like, and I hope that that's the feeling that you do get. You do get that feeling that you are part of it. And when I say part of ETA family, that literally does mean you are part of ETA family. And I hope that's how you all feel when you
Steve's playing Phasmophobia. I need to get that, but I don't think my computer's going to be fast enough for it. That's another go for me. I need to put it on the computer. Still GoFundMe so far.
Oh dear. Never in a month of Sundays would you see any. I can promise you that
I
now.
better take that one down.
Because sense things, if not there, like, because you can't do that. See, again, I love my family. Like I said earlier, I believe that if you're watching us on a live, you're getting the same energy, you're picking up the same vibes as what we are. And you might see something that's in corner of your eye, or you might feel something, have an overwhelming feeling. And that comes from what you're watching on telly.
Says I should get a GoFundMe.
Shut up. I'm a bit behind. I'm still using PlayStation 2 and I can't get rid of it because I like the old Grand Theft Auto games. The new games are quite good on Grand Theft.
You do with my family and you do get a lot right.
But you know, to be honest, if you enjoy it, don't bother updating because it's just a pain in the backside.
Do you know on it game I really wanted on? Because I got a PlayStation. I've got every PlayStation.
I'm glad you do love my family because that's what we want that's what we want everybody to do is always put what you say.
I've got every place. I've got the PlayStation 1. In fact, my old PlayStation 1
really,
is
David?
the one.
Wait while it's finished.
You didn't chip. No, PlayStation 1's chipped. The PlayStation 2, it didn't chip it. You could buy this thing that you took top off, so you can change disc without opening lid. So you can put this swap magic disc in. Getting away on my secrets now. I'm going to get done by Sony.
Yeah.
Then we've got PlayStation 3. And when we got PlayStation 3, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, all games like that, Bethesda games. They're my ultimate favourite games. And the only reason I wanted to play the PlayStation 4 was to play Fallout 4 because you can't get that on the older ones.
King Arthur's Cave. Where's that one, David? Is that up near you, King Arthur's Cave?
Down there, then.
Down, it don't matter.
It does. It really does.
Okay, down near you. That's one thing I love doing, being able to validate.
It is burning.
Yeah. But you know, Scotty, we love that too. The fact that when we've done a bit of the history, and sometimes we aren't even given the history out, and you guys are picking stuff up, and you might hear a name come through in chat. In chat out of one of the devices, or you might hear one like other night. I heard the first name come out, and then I heard what sounded like the surname. And by putting that in chat, Scotty then in the background.
Cat's okay, Amy.
Scotty goes in background and Scotty looks to see if he can validate what you guys are putting in. And it's extra special when Scotty comes back and says, actually, they were Simon Jenkins or they were a Maud Green or whatever. I didn't get it's really good. Oh, Amy sending loads of kisses, sweets. Notification to what?
David said he did a live on his page.
Didn't get a notification, David. No notifications have come through. I will watch though, with some history too. We'll get a watch back, my lovely. Evening, Jean. Hope you're well. Sending fur baby healing, Amy, my lovely. I just sit nursing my pain, mainly in bed. These days, can't do much. Mine are mostly golf, cricket, hunting, and sniper games. I used to love Call of Duty. I don't even think now I'd be able to shoot a gun.
Yeah, with Karen's
it's I've lost the knack to playing. Do I need to set an event?
No, I just think it's Facebook at minute.
No, it's Facebook not pushing notifications out. Notification for this one come out. I ain't got a notification on my phone, and the notification didn't go out till about after 5-10 minutes that we were live. So it's down to Facebook at minute, David. There's nothing we can really do. It's just one of them things. It were Karen, weren't it, who got a name, that lady at St. Michael's.
One famous person said, Facebook's broke. YouTube's broke.
Facebook's broken.
YouTube's broken.
YouTube's broken. But yes. So But I hope everybody's had a good evening tonight. I'm playing with my hair before anybody puts anything in comments, because it have been in the shower and it's wet, and because I need it to have a bounce so it's not stuck flat to my head, I have to keep pushing my fingers through and curling it so it curls. Newspaper Italian war camp in Yorkshire. The war camp John went to other night, I think that one in Yorkshire. Where's it? What's Amy put? He's 19 as the oh, bless Amy. Oh, sending you both feeling sweets. So hard. See, the loss of a pet, the loss of a fur baby, is like for some people, it's like losing a child, and it's having respect to respect their feelings, if you know what I mean. Just because you might not be an animal lover, or you don't believe in fur babies or whatever, you know, you have to respect everybody. But fur babies, to me, are a massive part of family. They're secret keepers. They hide everybody. They hide, what secrets have you got from me?
No, she's part of the family.
But no, I said secret keeper, and you said she's mine, and I said, well, what secrets have you got from me?
I am. She tells me your secrets.
Hey, dear. He does. He sits and tells her all secrets at night. That bitch downstairs.
She tells me when I go out.
She burnt my foot on purpose.
I come back in. When I come back in, normally Fifi comes and tells me that Mummy's been picking on her.
Yeah, because she does. But yes, I couldn't have another cat after Gizmo. It was too painful. Still is. Sometimes you can't love my family, but you know, when the right fur baby comes along, and the right time and the right fur baby, the fur baby's got to choose you. So when that fur baby comes up to you, you'll know it's time, if that makes sense. That's how I feel. Being 17 years, wow, it's a long time, sweets. But then again, like you say, I think your heart breaks, and you can never replace, can you? So, right then, my lovelies, I think I've finished ranting, moaning, laughing.
That's cool, Jane.
Oh, that'll be lovely, Jean. Fifi and Boris. They can't make babies. They've both been done.
They can practice.
She's not practicing. She's too small. Fur babies are my children. Exactly, Laura. They are. Fifi's ours. Fifi's mine and John's baby. Because obviously we didn't have kids together. So Fifi's sort of like our little munchkin. That's why she's John's favourite.
She's my favourite.
Oh dear. Boris has his nuts.
Does I thought Boris had been done?
No. Can't have. He's still got his nuts. So thank you everybody for joining. A lovely mixture of topics. I hope so, and I hope nobody takes anything
again, we weren't
untowards. It wasn't a pick on. Like anybody. I said, I think people need, if they're going to do reviews and they're going to look at channels, they need to do a review on the paranormal that they do, and leave a positive criticism. If you think that they can improve something by adding something on it or trying it a different way, let them know. Majority of time, if somebody said to us, why have you tried using your I don't know, laser grid for hanging from a tree, let's say. I know you can't hang it from a tree, but I'm just saying that as an example. I would look at that and I'd say to John, come on, we'll try that and just see if it's going to be better for us.
No vortex.
Do you know? Just so we can give it a try. Yeah, so vortex. That person's who took the time out to make a comment, the comment's been acknowledged. Do you know? Because some people, you just want Lorna. That acknowledgement that your comment's been acknowledged. Thanks, Laura, my sweets. So, right, we are going to shoot. We haven't had no tea, have we? I'm not hungry, though. Do you know, from having that jab, I still feel a bit iffy. I thought it were down to menopause. And I think the headache is, but I keep getting this sicky feeling. And when I've looked online, it says up to 2 weeks after you've had your jab, you can have symptoms of tiredness, sickness, headache, upset tummy, and what were other one? I forgot there were one more, cough. And I think the cough for cough. Yeah. Do you know, instead of swearing, I'm going to say that. Cough, cough. That's my new word for when I'm swearing now. I'm just going to say cough. And then I can't get done for swearing, and I can't have no more strikes said against me. That box looks like a big shiny jewel inside.
It's vortex.
I'm going to pick your brains and get your options. No worries, Claire. We'll call for a coffee next week. I felt, you know, the headache and see, it's awful, but it can last up to 2 weeks, and I don't know if it can last a bit longer. I'm sure I read 2 weeks. I'm hoping. Yeah. Tracy still got a headache 12 days after jab. Yeah, 2 days. 2 weeks is 14, isn't it? Days anyway. Yeah. So 12 days, 14. Hopefully, she might be coming to end of it. But yeah, cough now.
Got it on me GoFundMe.
Doesn't express like see you next Tuesday. No, see you next Tuesday. I'll just say that. But when I'm saying cough, cough. I love it. It's John's medallion ring. Right, my lovelies. I shall see you later. Thank you so much for the shinies, for the what's YouTube super chats. Thank you so much, my lovelies, and we shall see you tomorrow night live 9:30 tomorrow, because we are going to be with Paul doing the workshop with Paul from 8 o'clock it starts. Paul's going to be online from 7:30. If it's your first time joining, get on for about 7:30, and then Paul can talk you through how to get your camera and everything working. Yeah, we shall see you on there tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and then at 9:30 we will be out on investigation. So I am going. So I shall see you tomorrow night on investigation at 9:30. Much love to you, and see you in members. We will be covering one of them books. I'll ask you which book you want to cover, and that's the one we'll go for in members tomorrow afternoon. So mwah, love you loads. Take care, and we shall see you all soon. Love ya. Bye, guys. Bye.